All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to go over what we can only classify as a massive self-own coming from Ubisoft. And we knew this was going to happen because if you guys remember, I made a video talking about the Japanese core that apparently got their artwork stolen from their banner by Ubisoft. And Ubisoft did not credit them, did not actually ask them for permission, nothing under the sun about it. Now, apparently, and I finally got my answer, Ubisoft has decided to come out and make a comment about it, apologize for it, and says they are no longer going to be using the banner.
Oh no! What happened?
Now, here's the interesting thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's amazing to me that it's Ubisoft Japan making this statement where, to be honest with you, I want to see Ubisoft, the one who's in charge of Assassin's Creed Shadows, the one who is actually making Assassin's Creed Shadows, I want to see them come out and say something about this. I just don't want to see Japan say something because Ubisoft Japan did not do this. Ubisoft, the one who is making the game, is not Japan. I want the ones making the game to say something, but we all know they're not going to, and they're going to use Ubisoft of Japan as a shield against their obvious theft. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Ubisoft Japan apologizes for using Japanese reenactment group's banner without permission in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, you guys are probably thinking to yourself, maybe you're new to this story, maybe you didn't see my video before, maybe you never even heard of this, but you're probably thinking to yourself, did Ubisoft actually steal it, or was it just one of those situations where it's kind of like close and you can say, oh, maybe it was inspired, but it wasn't actually stolen? Did they actually steal it? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, it is a one-for-one comparison. And I don't know if this article is going to... Okay, it does. This article showcases the one-to-one comparison. It is all the way down to the symbols. If you see this picture here, this is the real-life rifle corps that uses the actual banner, and even the kanji is the same. They didn't even change the fucking kanji. They kept all of that the same. On top of the color, on top of the symbols, everything is the same. If you were to zoom in on this picture, which we did before, it's all the same. So they did, in fact, steal it. There is no question about it. Ubisoft Japan issued a formal apology for using a Japanese reenactment group's banner in their Assassin's Creed Shadows game. In the middle of June, Ubisoft was accused of stealing the banner from the Sekigahara Temple Corps. As noted by former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kerm, the banner was seen worn by a soldier in the game. A member of the group was informed about the back flag and confirmed that it was indeed the group's flag. As translated by Google on X, he wrote, I heard a little bit about it, but it seems the Sekigahara Rifle Corps was used as the background for the concept art for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I actually took a look at it, and when I zoomed in, I can definitely see that the back flag was the one that we used. Honestly, I'm not sure how to react. So we already went over this entire debacle. I want to hear what Ubisoft actually had to say. Ubisoft Japan has now officially apologized for using the back flag and noted that the art featuring the banner will no longer be distributed, aside from an art book from the game's collector's edition. Now, still, I want to know how and why you are going to leave it in the game's collector's edition when you just admitted to theft, right? So are you going to pay them? Are you going to basically pay them for their time and their effort and their artwork and what was used? Like, this is their banner. This is not your banner. And it's extremely insulting that you're still keeping it in the game's collector's edition for whatever fucking reason. Like, no, it's insane. You need to remove it completely from the game or get permission from the Rifle Corps and credit them. You need to credit them for the flag that you stole. And why are you apologizing? You should be answering the question as to why and how this was able to even happen in the first place. How did you steal this flag? How did you get your hands on it? How did you not even think that this was going to be a possibility, knowing that you had diversity consultants, right? Where are your diversity consultants who are telling you, or supposed to be telling you, that, hey, stealing somebody's Rifle Corps flag without their permission is probably not the best idea, especially since this flag wouldn't even be possible, according to them, in that particular time period. So you're stealing the the flag and you're throwing it into feudal Japan when it wouldn't even be possible to make that flag back then. It just wouldn't have the ability to do so. So now you have diversity consultants who don't even tell you when something's happening it's a bad idea, and they can't even tell you that it's not even fucking possible to do the flag in the first place. Again, I want to know how you were able to steal this and think that this was not going to be a thing, right? Have you stolen artwork before? Because now you got to answer you got to ask the question. If you got caught this time, how many times did you not get caught? As translated by Google, Ubisoft Japan posted on X, we have received notice that 2 pieces of concept art previously released for Assassin's Creed Shadows used the flag of the Sekigahara Battlefield Hospitality Union, aka the Sekigahara Rifle Corps, without permission. The group was given the opportunity to apologize and it was accepted. This is likely an issue with the translation, and it is probably better interpreted as the group gave us the opportunity to apologize and it was accepted. So again, the group accepted their apology. But at the end of the day, you should not be allowed to legally use this, right? Unless the group gave you permission. Perhaps they did, considering they accepted your apology. But I just think that that is just letting Ubisoft off the hook too easily. They stole your fucking art, man. Like, they stole it and they were going to try to profit off of it. And they weren't even going to give you a name drop. Like, nothing whatsoever was going to come your way. The fact that they thought they could get away with it by just apologizing is insane. Even if the Rifle Corps is going to let Ubisoft get away with it, honestly, content creators are not going to let them get away with it because they deserve to be roasted for this shit. Ubisoft Japan added that the art in question will not be used or distributed any further beyond this date, except for being included in the art book in the collector's edition. We deeply apologize for this matter. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Ubisoft Japan is apologizing in the wake of actual Ubisoft, who is making this game. They're not going to say anything, right? All the white leftists who are over there at Ubisoft making this a DEI Assassin's Creed Shadows game, they're not the one who are going to come out and admit that they stole something. They're going to let Ubisoft of Japan come out and admit that they stole something. That way it's Japanese on Japanese crime and they don't got to worry about getting involved. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed that the Rifle Corps accepted the apology of Ubisoft without some sort of, I don't know, payment or something along those lines, or at least some sort of recognition. Give the rifle flag some sort of recognition, right? Like, put their name. I hope they put their name in the collector's edition. That way, at least people can find out more about that particular Rifle Corps based on their artwork, and maybe they can get people to go see them in person. I think that'll be a good thing to do if you're going to keep using the artwork in the art book, right? So let's see what ends up happening in the future once the game is actually released. But I got to tell you, I'm a little bit disappointed in the fact that they accepted their apology so easily, knowing damn well that Ubisoft doesn't actually mean it when they apologize. They're just angry and sad that they got caught. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.